Hi, I'm Steve Hammond, Executive Vice President and General Manager for Marketing Cloud. We've been talking a lot about AI in the space lately, and I'm sure all of you have different questions. One of the biggest questions that I continue to hear, and I've had myself, is how is personalization going to be benefited by the use of AI, and especially generative AI? Well, we have a great partner in this space, Typeface, that we've been working with to help create new content for the full customer journey. They joined us recently at the Dreamforce event where I got a chance to see how they were doing this and to get a little bit of a glimpse of their demo. But we're going to share that full demo with you here today as well. On top of that, I had the chance to meet with their CEO, Abhay Parasnis, who I've been working with for years. And he and I kind of reflected back on what has been the evolution in the personalization space. What has been the challenge when it comes to content, and how is it all this new technology working to help improve all of that? So I hope you enjoy this. You're going to see some highlights, and I hope we can continue the conversation as well. So thank you for joining us today.
Great to be here, Stephen. Good to be doing this with you.
Let's just start with a kind of open question here. I'd love to know your thoughts around, what are some of the big challenges that you're hearing about and seeing in the space with respect to companies who are trying to engage customers?
But what's exciting is finally after many years and with kind of evolution of data platforms and customer data platforms, feels like that is now a problem that is kind of solved, where they have finally brought the data together. They have created a kind of a holistic 360 view of their customers and can actually look left to right of the customer journey.
And we've turned this corner. We're kind of in a place now where generative technology is opening this door for us. It doesn't negate the need to create the original content and to come up with the ideas. That's still absolutely there. But to find a way to take these original and compelling ideas and then adapt them for high scale variations of audiences to allow for a personalized piece of content to speak to an individual, what are some of the things that have been made available over the last couple of years or that have changed that have given us more capability in this space?
I would kind of say there are three fundamental breakthroughs in my mind, kind of starting with the Gen AI foundation platforms that are starting to shape what I believe will be one of these next big inflection points in solving this fully. The content problem, unlike data, is different because it requires deep human involvement, the creative storytelling. So it is not just an automation problem like you formulaically just solve a bunch of equations. You need systems that actually, one, bring the human in the loop, keep the user in the control, and that truly adapt to that creative storytelling. Solutions like Typeface can now truly build a personalization layer with these AI models. So you kind of take the globally rich AI models, and then you make them speak extremely narrow and deeply your business, your product, your customer language. And so I think that is in some ways the second breakthrough in my mind, which is take the global power of natural language-based generative systems and teach them new tricks almost of speaking your industry, your vernacular, your products, your catalog. And so that's kind of the personalization chapter. And then the last one that I know you and I both are spending a lot of time with our teams is the notion of, can you use technologies like agents and automation to really reimagine the entire workflow to be AI native? Can I build a AI assisted agent that is just going to fully automate the workflow rather than me generating one piece of content at a time?
If I was going to summarize some of those things down, I think it's really about making AI easier, generative easier, making it more kind of accessible to our systems, and then making it so that we can interact with it in a way that we don't have to spend more time trying to work with AI than we would if we were going to create something on our own. Tell us a little bit more about some of the things that your technologies, your company's been doing to kind of create this simplicity, to bring these elements together to help deliver, all these things in sequence and in a way that helps an organization really deliver what they're looking for.
We are all about creating this next generation content platform and really using these AI models, personalizing them for large enterprise clients, and then doing a full content lifecycle from how content gets discovered, personalized, curated, choreographed, and then measured. And one of the things our early customers were already telling us is they love Typeface, they love the power of creation of content, but they don't want to go to yet another new place and new application. They were saying, bring the power of this content creation to where our users already are. applications like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, e-commerce. That is where a lot of those users need that content contextually inside those workflows. Number one, Typeface Arc then goes about doing what it knows how to do best, which is use the brand voice and brand kit that I talked about, use the content discovery engine that we have built, and essentially seamlessly generates extremely high fidelity versions of the emails to be sent to 5 different audiences. Each audience should get a different email, or the push notifications. And it lays out those beautifully. It generates all that content. And with one click, it actually pushes it back to the marketing cloud. And so I think to a user, this is that perfect choreography where the knowledge and data and orchestration comes from the application. Typeface enhances it with this generative system where it discovers the content, trains it into your voice, generates the pieces of content. By the way, for our joint customers that we have been working with, they are thrilled when they see Arc, and they are like, what used to take us months to put together a campaign now can be done in hours, because now we can generate all this content. It's on brand, it's in voice, it's actually all touch points, and it's fully connected to their applications.
Let's talk for a second about agents. There's a lot of conversation in the industry around agents. We have Agentforce now is a big part of the Salesforce technologies and solutions. I'll share in just a second kind of my view on that. But from your perspective, what does it mean to offer an agent, especially in this space of content and creation?
Our belief is we are going to very quickly go beyond prompts. Like, I don't think people want to sit there typing prompts and generating one piece of content at a time. And so the question then becomes, as you go beyond this co-pilot or assistance that actually is generating one thing at a time, to what's the next step function change in productivity? And is there a system that can just interact with you like humans do with each other, where understand your business goal? So for us, we have actually been working on this agent vision in our product called Arc. And really it's about, one, going beyond the prompt, kind of more of a goal-oriented interaction model for AI, where you describe your business goal at the high level. The system will choreograph and orchestrate all the various steps. But I would say there are some people who think agents mean everything is fully autonomous, human is cut out of the loop. I actually think we have a very different belief, especially for content and storytelling. The human needs to stay firmly in the loop, even for these agentic systems.
That makes a lot of sense. And I agree with that because, especially in the face of representing a brand. I mean, brands have multi-billion-dollar investments in maintaining a certain characteristic, an image, a quality, an emotional connection with that brand. And so having a human in the loop, having a system that lets you automate and optimize certain things, but then allowing the individual, the brand to maintain the control, the regulations, the guidelines is absolutely critical. And this is, again, why I think it's really fun to be in this time and place, because this agent kind of framework, this ability to create new agents and the ability to use agents to solve specific tasks and to do work. It's really, we're kind of at the beginning of this whole phase. And I think it's we've got this incredible set of technologies between the profiles, the content, the decision-making technologies, the systems of delivery, and then the automation that kind of brings that all together, that we have the technologies to now deliver these agents. And I think that we're going to rapidly see over time an ongoing evolution to how these agents will mature and how they'll have a place in organizations. But I think it's incredible that we're in a place where we can do this. It's also incredible that we're working very rapidly toward delivering more and more of this technology to our customers, and new technologies that are kind of changing the world in some really incredible ways. But again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the partnership, and looking forward to really pushing the envelope here and pushing technology forward with you and your company.
And you've been a great partner. Obviously, you and I have known each other as friends, but I think it's been exciting working with your teams. But the biggest thing for me that gives me the most excitement is the customer response to these joint solutions, that as we go talk to them and they see how the puzzle is finally fitting together. And I think we're just getting started. And so I'm actually super excited both about the broader opportunity and then specifically what we are doing together to kind of bring this integrated experience to our customers.